Hey everybody, time for a Facts in 5 COVID edition, Masks Part 2. So everything that I'm going to say to you today comes from highly respected, highly trustworthy sources. Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, WHO, the World Health Organization, and Harvard Medical Studies, and medical professionals, and so on and so on. So I could go through and quote all of my sources. I'm not going to do that. If you want to check anything that I say, go to one of those websites or check one of their peer-reviewed studies. They will back up everything that I am telling you today because that's where I got the information from. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on. Do not go to Facebook for your facts. Do not go to your neighbor for your facts. Do not go to some bogusly stupid video or quote-unquote documentary on YouTube. I'm talking to you, Plandemic. Don't go to those places because they're not telling you the truth. They can't be trusted. Go to the places that you know can be trusted. Okay? Enough said. All right. Masks. First thing we're gonna start with on masks is why are masks effective? Because they are. Okay. Masks are effective for the one main reason, and the main reason being that SARS is not airborne. SARS is aerosolized. You need to know the difference. An airborne virus means that air carries it around. So if I breathe out, not sneeze, not cough, but I just breathe, expelling oxygen from my lungs, it can carry the virus out of my lungs, float it around in the air, and then if somebody else breathes it in, then they've got it. Okay, that is a highly infectious and a disease, and we're not there yet, thank God. If we were there, things would be a lot more bleaker than they are, and trust me, they're pretty bleak. So, what is aerosolized? Airborne, breathe. Aerosolized is droplets, okay? It's got to be carried out of the body via a vehicle of moisture, whether that's droplets of mucus from a cough or mucus from a sneeze. It's kind of like this. If I take this bottle and I sneeze, right? You see the little droplets come spraying out of there. They go out, and if somebody is nearby, those droplets can land on their mouth, in their mouth, or they can come close enough that they breathe the droplets in, right? But since it's a droplet and affected by gravity, it's going to go just under a meter before it finally drops and hits the ground. That's according to science, okay? So now if you're in a place where there's good ventilation, like a wind is blowing, or if an air conditioner is blowing and recirculating the air quite rapidly or with just great force, it can grab those droplets and shoot them through further, right? So they might go further than that. But on the average, if you're in regular normal conditions and you sneeze, those droplets are going to come out. They're going to travel about a meter before gravity takes them right to the ground, okay? So if I'm wearing a mask, however, right, same thing, I sneeze, and I'm wearing a mask, this is what happens. The majority of those droplets are kept by the mask with very little getting through. That wet spot is actually from my thumb. You get it? So aerosolized, the droplets come out, the mask stops them, traps them, so they don't go any further. Now, you may think, well, but I don't need to wear a mask because I'm not infected and I'm not sick. You don't know that. One thing we do know about COVID is you can have COVID but be asymptomatic. There's a lot of people out there who are asymptomatic, which means they have it, but they show no symptoms, right? So you could be showing no symptoms at all, feel healthy as a bull, and you still got COVID. And if you sneeze and those droplets go out, anybody within range of getting hit by those droplets or breathing those droplets in now has COVID, and they may not be as lucky as you are if you're asymptomatic, okay? So why wear a mask? I wear a mask to protect you and others from the fact that what if I am? What if I have COVID, right? Now, if another person is in the room and they're doing the same thing and they're wearing a mask just in case, right? You both may be completely free of COVID-19 and no problems, but you don't know that. So why not be on the safe side? If we both have COVID and I sneeze, or even if one of us has COVID and I sneeze and the mask traps most of my droplets but some escape, then the mask that's being worn by that other person, those droplets are going to not really either even make it or maybe just not have the juice to penetrate the mask. Okay? This is peer-reviewed studies. CDC studied it. World Health Organization studied it. Harvard Medical Unit studied it. Doctors have studied it and reported on it. Masks are effective. Wear them. Be safe. Let's beat COVID.